people out there. Beauty Speaks, and I'm back with another video. That's right. So as you can see by the topic, this video is a little different than the videos that I usually do. This video is addressing a very sad situation that actually needs to have some type of light shed upon it. And I am here to do that. I'm here to provide some positive feedback about the situation, and not here to judge, because we've all, been in a situation where we want to be around our best friends, or, we trust someone and they betray us. So, as you can see from the title, this is about the beautiful Nylah Lightfoot, who was stabbed to death by a supposedly best friend at a sleepover. I'm not sure if it was at a sleepover. I read in one article where it was at a sleepover, and then I read in the next article where she was supposed to sleep over and her mother told her no, and she went back to the house to get her clothes because the girl threatened to bleach the clothes. For what reason, I'm not sure. Maybe she didn't, maybe she was upset because the girl couldn't stay there or whatever. I'm not sure what that situation is. But when she went back to get the clothing, they ended up into getting into an argument, an altercation, and Nylah Lightfoot got the best of her, and the girl retaliated by going into her house to get a knife and ended up stabbing Nylah to death. So I just found out about this situation yesterday, and the reason why I wanted to, bring light to it and bring some awareness to the situation is to help prevent it from happening again. And also, it's too many instances and situations where the same thing is happening. All of our younger generation are losing their lives over stupidity. Over stupidity. It's like they have become evil. This whole generation, I'm not going to say everyone, but it just seems like as a whole, the generation is evil. They do things to each other that I wouldn't even have thought about doing as a younger child or as a teenager. I would say a lot has changed because, years ago, back when I was a teenager, not too long ago, I'm 31 years old, but, 12, 13, 14 years ago, I would say that, how would I say this? We knew how to handle situations. And that's why I really don't want to judge, because, even though we knew how to handle situations, you never know what a person is going through, or you never know what a person has gone through. So different things can trigger people, and it's not to make an excuse, but it's just to say a lot of things are handled different within this generation than how it was in previous generations, or previous years. It's like nobody can take losing anymore. They feel like they have to retaliate. They feel like they have to prove themselves to someone. But like this situation, they tried to prove themselves, and it ended up being, horrible. Something that actually just changed your life and this person's life forever. This person is not here. You're most likely not going to be here. I'm not sure how that's going to play out in court. I'm not here to really discuss that. But you still mess up your life, and you mess up someone else's life, as well as those who are affected by the situation, their life as well. So who are you to, and this is a message to all the younger generation. I'm talking about the rappers, even adults, because adults as well. To every person out there who feels the need to threaten someone's life or take their life. If your life is not in danger and, someone's not trying to kill you, like, who are you? And even in that situation, there's ways to get around that, but I understand there's some situations where you're faced with death right at that moment and you have no choice but to defend yourself. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about situations that can be avoided and, situations that are plotted out, premeditated. And who are you? Who are you to say, oh, I'm going to take this person off of this earth? Who are you to feel like you have the power to end someone's life? Like, you are not that powerful. You are not that powerful. Who are you to do that? And, it's so crazy. And another thing I wanted to say is, parents, we have to be more careful. We have to be more aware of our children's behavior, their actions, what they're doing. You don't just buy them a cell phone and give it to them and let them do what they want to do and sign up for Facebook and Instagram and all this stuff, YouTube. It's like this generation, especially the parents, have really and truly let and allowed things to go on and happen that shouldn't. Honestly, they shouldn't. So, with that being said, we have to really, put our foot down. My son has a cell phone, and there's no password. He has a password on his phone that I put on there, and that's just the fact that, to keep other people out of his phone. But I have his password. My husband has his password, and that's that. There's no password where you. No, I have his password to his online gaming. I read the messages. I read the people he play with online. I know the people he play with online. Like honestly, we have to, do what we have to do as parents to protect our children, and not just protecting them, but actually showing them that we care, because sometimes, children feel like, oh, well, they don't care what I'm doing. They're not checking up on me, so I pretty much can do what I want to do, or I can do this, or I'm going to do this, So we want to really be aware. And also, I wanted to say to the younger generation as well, especially being that the situation happened the way that it happened, be very mindful, be very careful of who you call your bestie. Be very mindful of who you call your best friend. Be very mindful of the people that you say are best friend goals with you. Be very careful, because at the end of the day, a person can talk. They can use their tongue to say whatever they want to say to make you feel like they have your back, but it's all in the actions. And some people can pretend as well. But what I say is, a person could pretend and pretend and pretend, but eventually pretending will eventually wear off and their true colors will begin to show. So you have to pay attention. Parents, talk to your children about these things. And, just not just in what they say. A person could tell you, oh, I have your back, and, we're besties, we're best friend goals. I'll never let nothing happen to you. But they'll be the same person to tell you that I'm not going to allow anything to happen to you. And then they're the ones setting you up to get beat up, or setting you up to be robbed, or anything. So you have to be very careful and very mindful of the company you keep. Listen to your parents when they tell you, oh, I don't think this person is the right person for you to be hanging out with. Don't get upset. Your parents know more than you. It's better to be safe than sorry. If that person eventually proves, that they can be trustworthy of your company and your friendship, Later on down the line, then so be it. But at that moment, listen to your parents. Listen, look out for the signs, look out for the actions, the warning signs within your friends and your besties. You know what I'm saying? Even your boyfriends and girlfriends. Look at the signs. Look at the signs as if, for example, if your parents buy you something, look at the way a person reacts to that to see if they're showing any signs of jealousy or envy, anything like that. Because the way that this young lady died and the way that her life was taken at such a young age, and many of the other lives before her, and sad to say, are to come. It's absolutely ridiculous. No parent should be out here burying their child at such a young age. You have no power to determine whether or not someone gets to live out a full life. You can't decide that. You're not that powerful. So that's what y'all need to get through y'all head. Like, who are you? The bullies out there, even the cyber bullies who come for people and talk about people because of their appearance, or talk about someone because of what they don't have. Who are you to determine what someone should look like? Who are you to determine what looks good or what is qualified as being popular in school? Who are you? Take a look in the mirror, because the things that this younger generation is doing, and not just younger generation, there's adults too who cyberbully other adults, or judge them because of the way they look, or judge them because of what they have on, or judge them because of what they're not able to do, or you know what I'm saying, judge them because of what they're not able to purchase, or they don't have the same materialistic things that you have. Who are you? Who are you to even come for this person? Or who are you to even say these things about this person? We all have flaws. We all have things that we've been through. We all have, you know, things that we have done. We all have sinned. We all have fallen short of God's glory. So who are you to pass judgment on someone? Okay? Who are you to determine this person doesn't need to breathe anymore, doesn't need to live anymore? Some of you probably don't even know the things that people do. Adults, children, teenagers. Some of you don't even know some of the things that these people do in their private time, when they're away from the internet, after they've read that comment that has, you know what I'm saying, destroyed them mentally, destroyed their confidence. That one comment, and I always say this, that one comment that you leave, that one remark that you say to someone, that thing that you do to someone that is negative could be the last thing that you do to them, or you're able to do to them. That can drive them to the edge. That can cause them to commit suicide, to take their life, to harm others. So, rest in peace to Nylah Lightfoot. And I hope and pray that this situation brings more awareness to the younger generation, the older generation, everyone, and parents. And I just hope, I pray for her family. I pray for God's peace and comfort over them. And hopefully they can make it through this. All her friends who are affected by it. And you know what? I also pray for the girl who did the act. Okay? She needs prayer too. She needs to realize what she's done. And, I just let God deal with that situation. But yeah, I hope you guys, I'm not even going to say like this video, but I hope you guys share it. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. And you know what I'm saying? Like, these are the type of videos I like to do as well. I'll be doing some more videos. I'll be putting out some more positive energy into the world, especially with our younger generation. My heart cries out for them. And you guys can follow me on Instagram at Beaudee Speaks, Twitter Beaudee Speaks. Email me beaudeespeaks@gmail.com if you're a teenager, someone who needs advice or just wants to talk. You're feeling suicidal, you want to talk. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you can't talk to your parents. Email me, DM me. I'm here. So until next time, remember to stay positive and make a difference in the world. Treat someone nice. Treat someone with respect. Treat someone the way that you want to be treated. Until next time, love you guys.